Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Ultraman Arc Gashapon Arc Cube 01. So obviously, this is the first set of Gashapon Arc Cubes, but obviously I have something I need to advise first, which is that we are missing one Arc Cube, which is Arc's Arc Cube, the Gashapon version. Obviously, because of the fact that I'm going to be I'm going to be streaming the opening and don't want to hold it back all because I'm missing that art cube. You will see it just later. So for this introduction, we do not have it. So I apologize about that. But besides the missing Gashapon version of the art cube, we have our other 7 exclusive Ultramen in this lineup, to which I think I put this out of order, but hopefully it's correct. It is Ginga Victory, Powered, Jonius, Ortiga, Noah, Rube, and Regulos. So these come in standard Gashapon capsules, and as you can see from here, they're just covered up like so. They have the stickers right there, and as you can see from here, they do come in a pamphlet and such, but I'm not gonna open it yet because again, I only opened this up just to film this intro, because after this I'm gonna have to put it back. But basically what happened is that they ended up giving me an extra Ginga Victory, despite the fact the listing said that I was supposed to obtain all the 8 original Gashapon versions, but that wasn't the case. So obviously I apologize that we don't have the art cube right here, but I promise when we jump cut to all of these being assembled, it will be present. Alright, so before we actually get to the review, let's talk about how you basically have to put these things together. So obviously, for example, we're just going to use the Arc cube and such. So this is basically how you would get the cube after taking it out of the sphere. You pull the tape out like so, and then you pull the sticker sheet out, and you pull it out like so. Then you get these really nice gem pattern layout for the sticker and such. So you have the number side and the like ultra side you need to put on. And I just realized this, technically the way this is laid out, it does basically give you where you're supposed to put it. Because obviously when you get this, you're not, it's just going to be blank. So obviously you don't necessarily have to worry too much about where you have to put the sticker, because in case if you are that worried, I'm pretty sure this does tell you where to put the stickers, but it seems like it doesn't. So that's unfortunate. But basically, you just go left to right. So you pull off the numbering, and then you want, obviously you want it on the left side. You want, like, because basically you want it so like the track is on this side. And now these ones are interesting because art cubes necessarily don't have to be like, the stickers don't fill out the entire thing, so you just at least just want to have it like centered like so. But as you can see here, I have too much room up here, so obviously don't do that. And then you pull off this sticker here, and then you try to do better than me, because the way you want to lay these stickers out is that you want equal you want an equal distribution of spacing and such. But as you can see here, this is the worst I've applied a sticker for an Arc Cube. So you get to witness that for me and such. Jeez. Alright, so here we have the entire set assembled. And also with Arc present. So let's just remove these one by one. And move on to... I was going to say the lens is stuck again. That's not good. Let's move alongside the Gashapon version of the Arc Cube, to which we've already basically went over with how bad way I applied these stickers on and such. I should just say, just be warned, that's basically the same way how you had to put together the candy toy ones. And speaking of the candy toy version, this is basically near identical to it. The only difference, the track. Instead of being C065, this one is V064. So, yeah, we're not, personally, I'm just not really going to go much into the specifications because they're literally the same build. It's just literally, like, there's literally nothing different. You still can't press either button. There's nothing different about the buttons. It's literally just that all they did is, instead of etching a C, they etched a V. So, yeah, again, you still get the same effect, which is really cool. Nothing bad. Obviously, it's the whole point. That's why it's called the Gashapon version. So, we're just not really going to go through much of this. So, here is our first of the new lineup, or the new cubes. Jonius looks really nice. It's really nice to have Jonius back in a Gashapon wave after him being stuck in a premium EX set. I'm trying to get his stencil outline out, and it's really nice. He looks really well in green, especially because this is technically the first. This is technically our first merchandise of him, or gimmick of him, in his newly redesigned suit. That's more anime accurate, and he is number 18. He is green. He's not. Oh yeah, I guess this is one of our new colors, green. Obviously, no pressable button, and he is V086. Because I don't know, like, again, we can technically count the Blazar Stone. No, he got an Ultra Dimension card. Okay, I'm wrong. My apologies. I guess illustration. Anyways, next up we got Powered. He's finally here in the first wave. And obviously, just like with the Candy Toy set, obviously he's the same base of blue, just like Arc. The outline for him is really phenomenal. I really like it overall. I really do like how his eyes are highlighted and such. It's so nice. And he's number 19. But he's V079 within the track system. Again, I feel like I need to show the bottoms, even though there's nothing. To complement the Candy Toy wave, we have Glitter Tiga. To which, if you have Glitter Tigger, Trigger, yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's just, he's number 20. He's still yellow, and it's Tiga and Glitter. Or it's glitter. Yeah, it's Tiga and yellow. So whenever we do get that premium set of the TDG quartet, this is most likely going to be Tiga's illustration. I keep omitting this. This is V087. That means he comes after Jonius. Okay. That's an interesting gap. Next up in our... Wow, they actually did him? Ultraman Noah. As he is considered Nexus's strongest form. And it's really cool to have him here. There's his outline. He's number 21. And I discovered this through the development blog of Shokugan 2. But they consider this color pink. And I definitely understand why they consider that. Because if we were to pull out King. You can tell it is like a different shade, but it's just a real. It was. I think I did assume it was pink, but like it's definitely like they're definitely distinguishable, but it's like it was just kind of unidentifiable. Like if it was pink exactly as the battery exhaust. I don't recall if Noah got a Ultra Dimension card because obviously I have it right next to me, but like he had an Ultra Metal, but again that was through an EX set through Premium Bandai. So again, really nice to have him here, and he is V094. And again, technically we've already like so with Glitter Tiga, he's the start of the like power up forms of the set. Next up, logically, we have Ginga Victory being our second green cube of the set. Ginga Victory is of course really neat, but not neat enough to have two. He's 22, and obviously this is not pressable, and he is V103. And then concluding that, we have, if it wants to focus, Rube, which is really nice. Rube in the yellow is just really nice overall. He's number 23 and is V110 within the track system. I've been forgetting to mention, obviously, this is the slot or the slit where the LED is going to light up through. And then last up of our original new Ultraman lineup is, to go along with Leo and Astra, Regulos. So he's our sole red cube of the set. But that's not an issue. Again, really nice that they actually put him out right away, because Blazar put him out in like basically the last retail set. I've been not doing a good job at showing off his outline. He's number 24. And he is 119. V119. Or 119. So he's literally the second to last cube in the pin system, which is interesting. But yeah, let's use these within our arc stuff. So of course we will do the full sequence with the arc cube, and then everything else we will do a shortened sequence with. I know that's like the 4th day you've heard this. I apologize. But anyways, obviously in line with our Televi Maga and Shokugan version, we have an additional phrase from Luton. And honestly, this one's probably my favorite phrase of the 3 and such. Oh yeah. But I mean, at this point, it's just like we finally got all 3 of the variants of the Arc Cube within this toy. So let's go with Jonius. There's his rise sound. Jonius, I still think is really interesting. They are keeping his original grunt. Because I think even in Ultra Galaxy Fight, they have replaced all of his stock grunts with the new voice actor. So it's really interesting that the toys are still keeping up with the grunt from the original anime. Powered? They finally did it. They finally updated his transformation to the Ultra Replica one. Because the the Blazar Brace still had it to the original one without the electricity. And what I assumed was it was just because the Blazar Brace was in development before the Ultra Replica, so they couldn't have used that. But now this toy, because I guess because this thing was developed after, they were able to use the updated transformation. Glitter Tiga? Oh, okay. I guess we are using this side. It's what we're familiar with. It's long, but like, it's not like, obviously that's the whole point. I forgot to comment on the green, so we will do that in the next one. Noah? There's the air sound. I keep forgetting to do that for the demo. Yeah, this isn't real. Like, I'll admit, this one is probably the weakest because it barely looks like pink. But there's the transformation sound of Noah and such. And again, I'm pretty sure this has to be one of the first times they've actually had to like release something of Noah. Because obviously Noah's been programmed into the toys, but I think this is also the first toy where he actually has a grunt, which is kind of upsetting. Ginga Victory? I don't know what that's about. What was that about? I would say Ginga Victory, where I'm way familiar with since Orb. But like, I think green makes it really obvious the LED can only reach up to this half. But I mean, like, the green doesn't come off bad. Rube. Because you can even see the yellow actually spreading through and such. But just like Delta Rise Claw and Shogun 1, Rube is just such a delight to hear. And any toy it's in. Last but not least, Regulus. Yeah, the Rattles is spread through well. But yeah, obviously, Regulus still does not have a rise sound, nor like a sound like King or Astro that is like literally the generic like Ultraman rise sound. However, they finally updated his grunt, so it's not with a sound effect, which is cool. They finally updated. Oh. They finally updated two Ultramen that needed severe updating. Because basically, Blazar was working with whatever they were doing with the Dimensionizer. Arc Eye Sword. So again, we're going to do the thing of we're only going to show off the full way of playing with or the full way of using it with Arc, and then everything else we're going to shut through. No, we're going to cut through. Obviously, we get a phrase after our attack. Now let's super cut through all the other 7. Oops, I put Regulus wrong. The green really looks nice. Powered. However, I forgot to say, I think Jonius and Powered so far still don't have their finisher attacks, and Powered is more frustrating because, like, literally, you can go through here and like that's the Mega Specium Colson. What was it that difficult to program that in? I know I go on these tangents about Powered, but because it's Powered. Glitter Tia. Obviously, we have the Glitter Zeparion Coulson, because Trigger had it. Noah! I forget what his Coulson attack was called. But he is also the 3rd one to not have his finisher attack for some reason. I'm pretty sure they could have just pulled that out of the 20th version of the Evil Thruster, but also with this toy definitely like clarifies that this is supposed to be pink, because pink comes out really well in this blade. Ginga Victory, so it'll be the Ultra Fusion Shoot. Green really looks nice. Rube with the Rubium Coulson. Last but not least, Regulus. I think they still gave Regulus the Genju Haoken. Like, I guess that works, but like, if you went through the effort of actually updating his grunt, why don't you update his finisher to be an individualized finisher of his? But then again, the Genju Haoken is the only one I know, and I'm pretty sure that is the Genju Haoken because what other attack of his does he shoot a beam? Also, I do not know what I don't know. I forgot what Genju Haoken translated to, so that's why I'm just gonna stick with its original name as opposed to a translated name. But anyways, overall, what I think about Gashapon 1? This is also a really phenomenal set. I genuinely can't decide which one I like more, but I think I'm probably gonna have to go with Gashapon 1. Like, I think with Shokugan 1's lineup, I think for me, I don't know, I think for me, it's just probably Jeed and Trigger kind of weighing it down for me. But like, other than that, I don't really, that shouldn't really factor in regardless. Like, I think both of these lineups are really phenomenal. I think for sure this one has a stronger lineup in terms of like obscurity, even though the selection here are basically traditional selections for Gashapon, because Jonia's Powered, and like Glitter Tiga, of course, are these three are basically always going to be Gashapon, just especially Glitter Tiga because he's a glitter form. But like again, obviously besides powered just existing because he's powered, Noah and like Rube are probably standouts too. If it wasn't for powered, I think it would have been Rube. Rube probably would have been my favorite of the lineup and such. And again, I really like this variant. I like the phrase of this Arc Cube the most out of the three. So like I don't know, just stuff about the set just really culminates it to be like really like fun overall and such. And speaking of glitter variants, this is the first Gashapon wave in like forever to not have Gashapon variants, which is really interesting. But I think they justified that because each of these cubes actually is meaningful and actually does add in something new or add in some value, which is why trying to buy these sets is really expensive. I think this sells for the same amount that the candy toy, like buying a box of the candy toy ones costs, which is like, excuse me, $50. So you're basically paying 8 divided by 50. That's about, yeah, isn't that like $5 a piece? No. We're just gonna say they're $6 a piece, basically. $7 a piece. That's better. Which it's kind of. I think that's kind of iffy, especially because, again, we have already went over the fact that like the listing I got said that it was supposed to come with all 8 types. It didn't. The fact that I had to look out to get this variant was kind of unfortunate because this is basically the one that most people would technically skip because they wouldn't know about the fact that this is a original version tied to this wave. But like, I mean, I get it if you don't want to pick it up for the one phrase because you can. There is actually another way of getting this same exact track, which we will discuss later. We're not going to review it, but I will mention it later. Because I'm already satisfied. I already went through the hardship of getting this one, so I don't feel compelled to get that variant. But like, other than that, like, I just think this is a really nice lineup overall. And just a really nice selection and such. Like, I think compared to like Blazar, which I don't really. I mean, I felt like Blazar also had like a nice selection too, but like I think Blazar's case was like I felt like they're kind of slacking through and like falling behind. At this point of Arc, I felt like they were like really really pushing out the big ones and stuff, especially because again of like the whole thing of like basically only releasing the power-ups of the like new generation because of how the new generation is being handled within the Arc Cubes. So it's just like I really like that substitution of like let's have representation of the new generation, but through their power-up forms or through their strongest forms. I think for me personally, it definitely shakes things up and makes the selections a lot more interesting as opposed to just this being Ginga or this being Rosso or Blue and then this being Nexus and such. Like, I think that's what I prefer overall as opposed to like, I guess with like set 1 of just being like, it's basically, I think set 1's lineup is like, yeah, you kind of expected that. But this this set's lineup is more like, yeah, this is a really nice selection overall. I don't know what I'm going on about now to do this review. This is Ryder, and I'll leave you people. Bye.